join me as we do something a little different today and attempt to look into the future. So if you are new here, welcome in. If you are a repeat offender, welcome back. I am Johnny. This is Channel 910, and this is ridiculous. So as you probably assumed from the thumbnail and the ridiculous intro you just watched, I'm going to be trying to kind of look forward into 2026 as we wrap up 2025 and kind of give some ideas and some predictions as to what I think might transpire next year in the worlds of vinyl music and here at Channel 910. So starting with what I hope is the most predictable is that Channel 910 will grow, and we can do that with your subscriptions, your likes. Every time you share the video, it helps us grow a little bit more. Hopefully by the time this video reaches your face, we'll already be at 500 subscribers, and that'll be awesome. I know the next milestone is 1,000, but I'd really like to hit 2,000 by the end of 2026. How about this? How about at the end of 2026, we have 2,026 subscribers? Do you think we can get there, guys? I honestly think that with a great vinyl community like we have here on YouTube, that number will be easy to hit. We should have no problem. And in addition to what Channel 910 is doing here on YouTube, we're going to continue to live stream over on Whatnot. So if you're not part of the Whatnot vinyl community yet, I don't know what you're waiting for. This is one of the best places to get your vinyl records. I talk about it quite a bit on here. So go ahead and click the QR code, and that's going to give you $15 off your first purchase, whether that's from me or from somebody else. There's a lot of great sellers over there, so you cannot go wrong over on Whatnot. Yeah, and speaking of Whatnot, that may be another easy kind of transition to go into. That is a huge place to buy vinyl records. Do I feel that it's going to grow or not, or get better or get worse in 2026? I think that in 2025, it was a very interesting year for Whatnot. A lot of new sellers came into the fold. So you saw a lot of variety coming in. Some people left, some people have stuck around. I know of some new sellers that are just coming onto the platform here at the turn of the year. So you're going to have a lot of change, but do I think it's going to hold up? And I think that my prediction for Whatnot moving forward into 2026 is that it will only get better for the vinyl record collecting category. We are still a small category, but I think with enough support, we're going to get the word out here on YouTube through YouTubers like myself, Joe Williamson, Eskino's Vinyl, Three Men on the Record. All these are Whatnot connected YouTubers that I think that over time here, we're going to get the word out, and you're going to see great things happening over on Whatnot. So again, QR code, scan it, do the things, get you an account, and we'll see you over there on Whatnot. All right, so on to the subjects that people probably care a little more about than Channel 910 and Whatnot, but want to kind of move into vinyl record hobby collecting predictions for 2026. Now, I'm no psychic by any means, but just kind of the trends that I've been seeing over the last year, maybe 2 years, and what I foresee with 2026. Kind of seeing, honestly, over the last year especially, vinyl buying habits have been kind of up and down, but for the most part, I've noticed that people have gotten a little bit more conservative with what they're willing to spend on vinyl records. You're talking, those Grail level, collector's level type of records, the $100 and up. They still move, but it takes you have to hit it at just the right time. They're not something that's going to sell every single day. A lot of people are looking for more of what are being kind of called collection builder type records, stuff that's in like the $20-$25 range and down. So stuff that it lets you buy more than one thing at a time. You're not just dropping a couple $100 on one record. I think that's more the trend that we're seeing. I think a lot of, especially the younger listeners, with the way the economy is going right now, it's a little tougher for people to just, spend that extra cash. They're trying to put up and trying to be smart about it, which is good, because keep in mind, guys, in the end, this is just a hobby. It's not, you don't have to have these things. They're nice to have, but it's not something that you need to go without eating for. So I think the younger generation is being smart about it. But I feel like they're buying less, which is okay. This stuff is going to have its ups and downs. I think if paychecks start kind of holding ground a little longer, they're not stretching so thin, people have a little bit more disposable income that they can push towards their hobby, whatever that might be, then you might see stuff like, record buying going up a little bit. I'm seeing a lot more people that are looking for that big bargain. There's some online sellers that will start things at super low prices, and people are hoping to get super low steals, which is kind of always the case, but I'm seeing a lot more of that. A lot more people gravitating towards those brand new sealed but cheap records. So do I think overall the hobby is going to take more of an ebb or a flow, a high, a peak or a valley? I think we're going to continue towards a valley for a little bit. I think we've been if I haven't seen numbers for 2025, I don't know if they've even been released. I would have to assume that the vinyl record sales numbers for 2025 are lower than they were for 2024. I think over the last 2 to 3 years, we've been seeing a steady decline. I haven't looked at the numbers, so I don't know. Maybe let's check the numbers real quick. So I don't know. Maybe everything I just said was just complete craziness. But from what I'm seeing, from the people that I hang out with and the people I talk to and my buying habits, it's gone down over the last 2 years. So I foresee that it's going to probably continue on that trend. Now, this is contingent upon a lot of things. The price of vinyl has been going up. Record Store Day has been not quite as glamorous as it has been in the past. I cannot say that I've been impressed with the last couple RSDs and Black Friday, but maybe that'll change. I know there's been a lot of drama over Record Store Day over the last 6 months. So maybe that's going to turn the tide a little bit on Record Store Day, and we get kind of back to more of a traditional RSD feel where people are a little bit more excited. The releases are a little bit more meaningful than they have been. I guess that's prediction number 2. So we haven't even been numbering these. So number 1, Channel 910 will get to 2026 subscribers. Number 2, Whatnot is going to continue growing as a buying platform. Number 3, what was number 3? Vinyl sales will continue to decline slightly. Number 4, the hell was number 4? What was number 4? What was I just talking about? Oh, number 4 is Record Store Day. I'm not even going to make a prediction, but I'm going to say Record Store Day undergoes changes in 2026. Number 5, I guess. Taylor's going to do something. Taylor Swift has been too active over the last couple of years to not do something, especially after the kind of backlash, I'll say, bad reviews from the last record. So we know she's engaged, but I don't know. I'm not a Swiftie. I don't know when the wedding is. If has it been announced? I don't know. I just know, she has had kind of I have to assume like maybe a little bit of a hit to the ego over this last record, and not a lot of favorable reviews from what I've seen online. There's going to be a mix, but I've seen a lot of bad pub when it comes to that album. So she needs to kind of make a comeback in some way, shape, or form. So we'll see what transpires with that. But over the last couple of years, the amount of stuff that's been released and hyped and just like kind of, pushed out there. I would not be surprised if you had a Taylor's version of like Reputation, or if there was some kind of new like EP or something, that maybe even a new album. Who knows? So that's number 5, number 6. And hear me out. This is a novel concept. Anniversary box set. I know it's the easiest of the predictions because we know that the big money machine that is corporate music with all the record labels and everything, they're gonna do this whether we ask for it or not. Yeah, 1996 would be the 30-year anniversary records. 2006 would be your 20-year anniversary records, and hell, even the unnecessary 10-year anniversary records from 2016 will probably make an appearance somewhere out there during the year. Do we need them? I was looking at a list. I didn't see a whole lot of stuff from 1996 that we didn't already have some type of recent release of. There are a few out there. I did a video a while back that talked about albums that have never had a release, or I did a follow-up of albums that have had re-releases, but they're just very expensive. Some of those came from 1996. So you're talking about stuff like Sheryl Crow, self-titled. You're talking about Tool. These are things that, are we going to get them? Who knows? I heard recently that all of the tapes for the master tapes for Sheryl Crow were supposedly in the big fire years back that destroyed so much of, all of the master tapes. But who knows if there's something out there somewhere. Tool freaking hates their fans, and they're never going to release anything that we want. So we've been waiting on this album to get re-released for a long time, and will it ever see the light of day? I don't know, but maybe. I'm going to make the prediction now that we do get it, so that hopefully I'm right. So prediction number 7 is these guys right up here. 2025 was the year of unexpected surprises and stuff we didn't ask for. So the two things are literally right above my head. One, we did not ask for at all, and Apple came out of nowhere and was like, hey, here's that old mono box y'all been looking for so many years, and reissue it. And there it was. Now, it's sold out within like an hour, but we got it. Now, the other thing we got was Anthology and Anthology 4 and the box set and the photos and the remixes, remasters, all that stuff. Great, cool. No one asked for this. But I will say that somebody a couple years ago predicted this. I think 2025 will be the 30-year anniversary of this collection. And not just for this song. Everything on this, those tracks need this new machine-assisted learning treatment. Go in and break it down and remix it, make it sound fresh and new. Anthology needs that. And if you do that, Freeze a Bird, Real Love, which if nothing else, at least do those two, because they really do need it. And then add Now and Then to Anthology 3. Would they do that now? Because now you'll have it as a single, you'll have it on the red and blue, specifically the blue, and you'll have it on Anthology 3. I mean, they could beat that dead horse, yes, but doing Now and Then as a single, great. Putting it on this, no. Keep it as a single and then release it on Anthology 3 when you remix that. Because I really think they need to. It needs it. The whole Anthology series. And then you could re-release the Anthology on Blu-ray. So I think we really push for Rubber Soul next year, and then in 2025 we hope and pray for that Anthology to hit as well with that new remix treatment, because it would sound really good. And boy, could they package the hell out of that thing. I mean, it's already 9 LPs. You could do like a full-on, even if you just kept it at the 9, but if you have some other stuff you could throw in there and make it like a 12 LP, it would be awesome. It's a huge box set. And that's $ for Apple, so that they're going to be all over it. I'm just saying, I've made some accurate predictions before, so who knows? But what is my Beatles prediction for 2026? Now, I really just kind of hope that Apple for the love of all things holy, so that Beatles fans will shut up about it, just release Rubber Soul. Give people this damn Rubber Soul box set that they've been asking for years. Ever since you dropped Revolver on us, people have been wanting Rubber Soul. You tease us with the songs on the new Red album, but you don't give us a box. Now, is it the one I want? Sure. I'll take it. I honestly would rather have Magical Mystery Tour. I honestly would like to hear... I was more impressed with what I heard from the songs from Hard Day's Night on the Red album as opposed to Rubber Soul. I would like to see a Hard Day's Night remastered, revamped. You know, the box set could have the UK version, the US version, because they're different. You could have an LP of outtakes. You could even throw the Blu-ray in there with like a brand new, like Peter Jackson remastered film, because it's one of the greatest films of all time. Absolutely the best Beatles movie. You could do something like that too. I think anything would be acceptable outside of some kind of weird janky ass compilation. It's like, Anthology's great. I love Anthology. Nobody asked for it. Nobody asked for the US mono albums when you gave us those. Nobody asked for the red and the blue. These are all fine. They're great for like insane collectors like me, but do we need them? No, we don't. But you're giving them to us anyway because money. So just please, so all the other Beatles fans will just shut up about it. Give us Rubber Soul. But seriously, Apple, if you want to send product over here for me to review, I don't care what you release this year. If you send it to me for free, I'll review it, and as long as I can keep it, I'm fine with that. We can work something out here. You know how to get in touch with me. I'm right here. Just reach out anytime. We're good. So with that, we're going to call it a video. This was impromptu. I had no script for this. I just kind of drove home. I had a long drive today, got here, and I was like, you know what? Let me just vomit this thing out. That sounded really gross. But I wanted to do something because I'm about to take a trip out of country in a couple days. So didn't have a lot of time to throw together something big with a production. So this is what you get. It's the last video of 2025. Predictions for 2026. What do you think is going to happen in 2026 as it pertains to the vinyl record collecting hobby or music or anything else that you think is somewhat related? Drop them down there in the comments. I would love to hear from you. We can talk about it and have a discussion. That's what the vinyl community is all about. I said it before, I'll say it again. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. And if you like the video, give me one of these. If you think you know somebody that might like this video, share it with them too. And I will say, if you'd like to see probably what's going to be one of my first appearances in 2026 on YouTube, it will be with Three Men on the Record on January 22nd, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to talk music, records. There's going to be some kind of top 5 list. I'm not sure what it's going to be yet. But Scott, Jake, and Sean over there at Three Men on the Record. If you're not subscribed to those guys, absolutely. You need to get over there and subscribe right now. Check them out. It's a live stream here on YouTube every week. And they've invited me to come back on there on January 22nd. So hope to see you over there during that live stream. But probably until then, guys, I'm going to need you to be cool, love each other, have some happy holidays, do all that stuff. If you're spinning, you're winning. This is Channel 910 saying Happy New Year. We'll see you in 2026.